Halo 4 flight update, crossplay coming, new MCC features coming in the future, Season 4 content, new Forge stuff, just a bunch of things to go over in this video today, guys. What is going on? It is your boy Patman. Welcome back to the channel. Let's get started with the video. Make sure you guys hit the like button if you enjoy the news updates, and click subscribe if you're new here to stay up to date on all the latest happenings in the world of Halo. Let's talk about Season 4, what we can expect with Season 4, because a lot of people, myself included, were kind of disappointed with some of the offerings of Season 3. Obviously, it was a shortened season, and we saw it really focus on Halo 3, and after getting spoiled, really, with Season 2 and the vehicle skins and the amount of weapon skins in that season, we thought we would get the same for Halo 3, and we didn't. But 343 told us to keep a lookout for Season 4 that would focus even more so on Halo 3 and Halo Reach, and it does appear that 343 is aware that that's what the community wants. They said, basically, we've seen a lot of people say we want additional weapon skins, we want vehicle skins, and they're looking to make that kind of customization change for Season 4. They also say that they're looking into unreleased content, but they are unsure of the technical feasibility of it, but they're working on things, bringing things like redacted armor pieces, and they're excited, but they want to keep some of the redacted stuff close to their chests as they figure out just how realistic it would be to implement. They even talk about the acrophobia skull that appeared with Season 2 for MCC, which allowed you to basically just fly around in campaign, and implementing it in other games, as well as bringing new skulls to Halo 3 ODST or Firefight and giving more options more akin to Halo Reach's Firefight, like wave customization and things like that, and that they hope to bring stuff like that in the future as well. Now, speaking on Season 4, the GRD helmet is coming back with Season 4 for Halo Reach, and they're also bringing in a new chest piece that was unreleased before in Halo Reach. That is really cool. They're adding stuff to these games that we've actually never seen before. Chest piece actually looks pretty cool. Hopefully we get more of this in the future. That would be awesome. Imagine getting new armors in Halo 3, getting more customization options in Halo 2 Anniversary. And they even talk about something I've wanted for a while too, which was campaign customization. Bringing our skins and stuff into campaign. Imagine vehicle skins while playing the campaign. That would be really, really cool to see. Now, for all my Dino boys out there, you elites who main elites, especially on Halo Reach, good news for you. They're bringing armor effects back for elites like it was in the original Halo Reach, and that is really cool to see as well. They're also bringing about new combinations of chest pieces with the prosthetic arm in Halo Reach, because that was only available with one chest piece. So that would be really cool to mix and match. It really customize your Spartans. Now, what's the point in customizing our Spartans without being able to see it in-game, in pre-game lobbies, stuff like that? They're working on something like that as well that might come in the future. They acknowledge that. It would be really cool to get something like Halo Reach where you could basically scroll over to the side, and instead of that avatar picture that they show right now in MCC, you would see your customized elite or Spartan there, depending on which Halo game you are actively queued in right now. Now let's talk a little bit about crossplay. Now this should be coming with Halo 4's flight as long as everything goes to plan. It's not guaranteed to be in the flight, but that is the plan right now. And 343 has shown us screenshots of what it looks like in the menus for crossplay and input-based matchmaking. Those are coming at the same time because they're pretty much synonymous with each other. So it will ask you to set your preferred input device, as well as in the network settings, having an input-based matchmaking enabled or disabled, as well as platform-based matchmaking being enabled or disabled. So this makes me think that, say, if you're a mouse and keyboard player and you just want to find matches quickly, you don't care about facing other mouse and keyboard players or controller players on Xbox, that you could disable input-based matchmaking but leave platform-based matchmaking disabled as well, so that you can go on ahead and match people on Xbox. That's the way I think it works. Now, according to this screenshot as well, it is still how they explained it last time. So you will have input-based matchmaking. If you have it enabled, it will be enabled in certain playlists that support it. So game types like infection and stuff like that, it's not so hardcore, is more casual. You'll still be able to actually switch between mouse and keyboard and controller, but say you're playing ranked maybe even Social Team Slayer, you're not going to be able to switch to a different input. You will be locked into whatever input you choose. Now, regional server selection is another thing that they're working on. Right now, the focus of the team at 343 is to get Halo 4 completed and launched on PC, and then really focus on all these other features that are coming afterwards. Now, they also mentioned another huge feature, custom game browser, and they say that that might have to roll out in stages. So they'll start by flighting it once they feel good about where it's at, and then obviously this would be post Halo 4. Then after that said flight, they would roll it out into a certain game in the collection to make sure it's properly working, and then take that and apply what they've learned from that game into the rest of the collection to make sure it's working across the collection. So I know they said before that they were trying to meet a 2020 deadline at the end of 2020 to have all this stuff ready for us. So it looks like it will be kind of ready and then rolled out over time, which is fine by me. Don't release it until it's ready. They said that back when they said they wanted to release everything in 2020, that it could change. Stuff changes. We're still in the middle of a pandemic. I completely understand that. And if Halo Infinite is a little bit farther out than we all expect it to be, then I'm fine with MCC getting all these new updates. But once Infinite comes out, I'm dropping MCC like it's hot. I love MCC. I love where it's come, especially being an Xbox player, going all the way to PC now and seeing how far this game has come and what you guys get to experience on PC. Man, it was rough the first couple years on Xbox, and then MCC made a little bit of a revival, just it getting fixed and being in a workable state. But now it is literally the best collection I could have ever dreamed of, honestly. Just having all the Halo maps on one disc or one game, even having Halo CE playable in multiplayer that was never before possible online in multiplayer on console. We know the that you could have online matches in the custom edition on PC and stuff. Yeah, I get that. But it's definitely a love letter to fans. We're getting new content now. Stuff that's never before been seen. Stuff that's maybe got cut from games. That's really cool. And now we might even be getting Halo Online stuff added to the game, which a lot of people have been asking for as well. Yes, 343 acknowledges it, saying, is there an opportunity to bring over some of the Halo Online maps? There's a lot of options that they're really trying to work on. Things like bringing snazzier nameplates, something that I've personally asked for in feedback, was having animated nameplates, and they even quote that and mention that. They say, can we put animations on them? That's awesome. I would love to see that. Even some of the old ones reworked would be awesome, like the Lasso ones, because I think they're really plain looking, and you're doing one of the most hardest things in the game to complete. I think you should get rewarded for it and be able to really show it off online and have people be like, whoa, that's a pretty dope nameplate. So that is really cool as well. And they even talk about the text-to-chat stuff that's coming. You will be able to disable text-to-chat, and you can see by default only the messages in your squad, and you could opt out of seeing what everybody else is saying, which is nice. Now, my Forge people, I promised you I'd get to you. So Halo 4 is getting sort of a Forge treatment. Now, if you guys remember, Halo Reach got this big update where a bunch of new items were added to its Forge, and it looks like Halo 4 is following suit, and there's actually some really exciting stuff in this. So I'm going to show you guys some screenshots here. This will be coming to the Xbox as well, so don't forget that. So they'll be bringing toggle rotational axes, a feature they've added to the other engines and to Halo 4 now, and they will give forgers much more control when manipulating objects. They'll also be restoring the trait zone editing in Halo 4, which was missing from the MCC port of Halo 4. It will work very similar to Halo 2's trait zone editing from the anniversary version of Halo 2 and its Forge. Now, another big thing is the big Forge update. So you guys can see here all the new items being added into the palette, and they're also making sure that you creators will have increased Forge budget and object quotas. Now think about Halo 4 and how it had different maps and had different palettes. So Impact had that cool space station design, and Ravine had a unique base like Forerunner pieces. Erosion had pipes, and Forge Island had trees and other natural objects. Now you can place all those kind of objects on any map you want. That's really cool. That's pretty big for Forge creators. So if you want to put Forge Island palm trees on the Impact space map, you can do that. That's going to be crazy to see what people come up with. Now, a lot of people are asking, well, can we get all the items available on all maps for Halo 4, for MCC, things like that. And 343 says they realize people want that, but they would like more time to try to work that out, because if they did that now, they said that the install size for this game would skyrocket. Postums jokes and says, well, it would become around 400 gigabytes to install, and some of the designers that he's interviewing in this blog post say, yeah, something like that. So I'm sure nobody wants MCC to literally be sucking up their hard drive, freaking Modern Warfare style. So give them time to work on that, but they're aware that people would like that. I wouldn't count on it, honestly. I think they've given us plenty for Forge for this game. Look forward to Infinite and seeing what kind of Forge that is capable of. Now, another thing that Halo 4 is missing from MCC is the later DLC skins. There were some really cool steampunk, like wood and gold variants of weapons and stuff, and they're looking to bring that stuff to Halo MCC. Of course, we're gonna have more seasons for this game, so I would look for it in a future season. And some of the armors are missing as well. They don't really have a time frame for this yet, but at least they're acknowledging it. I love that they're at least acknowledging the things that the community wants, instead of being silent about it. The next thing they go over is the Halo 4 flight and its content. I already did a video on this, guys, so if you want to check that out, look on the screen right now. There will be a card for you, linking you to that video if you guys want what kind of content would be coming with the Halo 4 flight. Still no date on availability of when this flight will be, but they're sticking to a October release for the flight, so expect that. We are in October now, if you guys didn't know. And another thing about becoming a Halo Insider. You sign up for the Halo Insider program. That's how you get into these flights. There will be a link to the Halo Insider program website down in the description below. Now, they did say for Halo 4, since it is being the last game added to MCC, they're looking to open the flight up to everyone, and they're looking to add additional incentives as a small token for those who participate and help them get the next update to the finish line, maybe a new Halo Insider nameplate, which is pretty cool. That's a pretty rare one. So sign up for the program. You get signed up, you're basically guaranteed into the next flight, so that's really good news. Now remember, Halo 4 won't be the last flight though. There will be more stuff. When they're testing out new features and stuff, they want to flight that first, make sure it's good before it gets in the hands of the public. So if you want to have early access to new features on MCC and offer feedback, the Halo Insider program is a great way to do that. It's a win-win for you and for 343. They do also mention another thing, like Halo Reach and Halo 2 Anniversary have interpolation issues, so uncapped frame rates. It doesn't really work well. It seems very choppy, is the best way I could put it. So if you cap your frames at 60, it plays much better on Halo Reach and Halo 2 Anniversary if you're talking about PC. Halo 4 is going to be the same way because that is the same engine that Halo 2 Anniversary is going to be on, but they're looking to work through a fix for that. Once they figure it out, they will update all three of these games. Now let's talk about what's actively in development for MCC right now. UI improvements are coming. Saber Interactive is in the process of fixing the integration bugs around this work. View model adjustments for all games. I know we've been waiting a long time for that. Saber's in the process of fixing the integration bugs for that as well and bringing that to all the other games in the collection. So Steam account linking is kind of lower priority. It's sitting in a separate area, they said right now. They'll pick this back up once higher priority features are completed, which I'm sure most people would rather have crossplay for the longevity of the game, custom game browsers, before Steam account linking. So hopefully you guys understand. So in-game FPS cap and adjustments, that is in test right now with the QA team. PC file share, they're making good progress on that. It is actually a pretty large feature. It's taking a lot of engineering and design iteration time. Additional video settings and options, graphics options, things like that, that is in the test right now with their QA team. Custom game browsers is another large feature that they're taking their time with. Input-based matchmaking and crossplay between Xbox, PC, as well as regional server selection, all in the tests with their QA team. So that's really good to hear. Double keybinds for all games, Saber's working on that, and better ways to report players is now being developed basically alongside the file share work. So as that progresses, so will the better way to report players. The per game audio options is starting to come around. They should transition to testing that out with the QA team really soon. Additional season content, so season 4 and onwards, looks really good. A lot of surprises, they said there, so they think we will be pretty excited about it. Text chat improvements, that has been added to InDesign iteration. They're planning to put that there in a later update, possibly Halo 4's launch. So InDesign iteration right now so not in active development. Additional mod support is coming. That is supposedly coming next year. They'll have additional information on that in a later update. So if you guys love modding, stay tuned to the channel. I'll be covering that as soon as we get an update on that for you guys. Variable frame rate improvements to Reach and Halo 2 Anniversary. This should move up before the next blog, so from in-design iteration to in active development. But that all depends on how the Halo 4 integration and investigation into that goes. So bringing PC features to the console, like FOV sliders, hoping to move this into development soon, and additional accessibility support. The in backlog and pending further discussions is still idle system improvements, split screen on PC, and HDR support on PC. And that is it, guys. I know it's a long video, but there was a bunch of information to go over. Sorry this one took a little longer to make. This should have been out this morning. I was busy all night last night putting a new PC together. Got a new motherboard, new case, and a bunch of new fans to put in my PC. So I had to transfer all that over, and there were some complications. I know you guys don't care. I'm sorry about that. I plan on doing a video soon about the October Snapchat code for Halo Infinite, so that we can get one step closer to our BR skin for Halo Infinite. So stay tuned for that. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope to catch you guys on either a previous video of mine or a future video of mine. Until that time comes, I am your boy Patman, and I am out.